Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the fall of Garrard County distilling, thanks to some insight via an article from Paste by Jim Borrell. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Justine Mays and Katie Joyce.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello, we spend plenty of time blasting the quote-unquote bourbon media. At least this article was researched and was, a lot was put into it. There was a lot of details and information and, even talk to people. Wow, imagine that. Let's talk to somebody and interview someone. So a little bit different, some true journalism. So we'll get into that article and what else we found out about Garrard County. This is an interesting, still evolving situation, but we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Katie said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yes. This is my small talk questions of things that make you mad.
Okay.
And my question is, what is it that can make you mad in your morning routine that just sets off the rest of your day to where you're like, that's it. It's going to be a bad day. We are off on the totally wrong foot now. What is it that can set you off in the morning?
Okay. There's a lot of things because the morning routine is a routine. You got to do the routine.
And then how tight do you stick to your morning routine? How strict are you on the morning routine?
I'm pretty strict. Yeah. I like to stick to, get up, no talking, get coffee, play my games. I'm still not talking. I'm playing my games, and then let's flip on the TV, and then once the TV's on, we can begin talking.
Oh, see, I wake up and I'm like,
you're chatty?
I'm like, do you want to hear about this dream I had last night? Man, I had a weird dream. It was.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is if I stub my toe or get caught on a doorknob or something, that's going to ruin my day. You accidentally stub your out of bed.
Ruined. That's it. My day's ruined.
Ruined.
I bumped into the footboard of the bed. My day is ruined.
I hate fucking everything when that happens.
Okay.
Or if I always like a bottle of water on my bedside table. If I somehow drank that throughout the night and I don't have water in the morning, that pisses me off.
Okay.
I water for I wake up, I turn off my alarm. I expect water to be on my bedside table. If it's not there because I'm the asshole that drank it, I'm pissed. It ruins my day too. I need water and to not stub my toes. That's really all I need.
That's what you need in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Water and not stub your toes, okay?
Yeah. It's the
simple things in life.
Easy to please.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to wake up hot. Sometimes you wake up hot at 3 or 4 a.m. I'm I wasn't getting up till 6. If I wake up hot at 3 or 4,
that is a way to
It's
ruin
not-
an entire night's sleep.
This is true.
It really
This
is.
is true.
'Cause, like,
That's why. I mean, ideally, I'd like the temperature in the bedroom to be like 58 to 60
Yes.
degrees year round.
When you
Cold.
you're warm below
Right.
the covers in a good
Yes,
way, but your nose
that's
is
a great
cold.
feeling. That's a
Oh.
great feeling.
Like when you have the windows open and it got down to like 50 degrees at
Right.
night and you're right by the window and you wake up and your nose is a little cold.
But you have
and
a
the
little
toast
warm
warm.
cocoon underneath
Mm.
those covers. It's awesome.
That's the best.
And
Yeah.
I bought satin sheets because they're cooler. But like sometimes I forget to like turn on the fan, and I'm like, I woke up hot at 4 a.m. and I fucking hate everything.
Yeah.
You can't go back to sleep. You can't sleep in that same spot in the bed. So like I'll go.
When it's like hot in the bed and you want to roll away from it. Oh god.
It's gross. And like I will go to the couch, but like it's not the same sleep. So I just scroll on my phone on the couch.
That's just napping. Doesn't matter how long you're there.
It doesn't matter. And I will try to go back to the bed after I think it's cooled down. It's never the same. It's never good again.
Right.
Till night. But
I usually wake up and there's a golden retriever who has made me way too hot from like sleeping on top of me.
I have a fucking chihuahua that thinks he needs half of the bed. How do you wake up this much goddamn sleep? He does. He stretches himself out on one side.
He's
I'm like,
comfortable. Yeah.
sir, I'm falling off the edge here. He doesn't care. And like his body heat is insane. And I'm like, I'm going to go downstairs. And he's like, cool, I'm going to take your spot. I'm like, glad I bought this bed for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Justine? Morning routines.
Yeah, I'm very much a creature of habit. I mean, my morning routine is like the same, but really the only thing I think that just like sets your day off on the wrong foot is like waking up late. Like instead of hitting snooze, I just shut the alarm off and then I wake up like an hour later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's hard to come back from that.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Also,
And then it just seems like once that happens, it's just like a domino effect for the rest of the day.
you might as well.
The weird random shit that is
Okay.
going to happen to you happens to you that day.
Right.
Yep.
You might as well just call in and like just not do the day.
Yeah.
Say
That is one where I feel like you've upset the universe and you're going to pay for it all day. That's a great one.
I have learned I'm not a morning person. I've always been a night owl. I've never been
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
but, like I've learned though, when I actually get up at like 6 instead of 7:30, I do have a better day. I
Mhm.
don't do it often though. Where
Right.
I'm just like, no, snooze. I'm like a 5 alarmer. Like I will set 5 alarms.
No.
That's so annoying.
I will. I'm an annoying person to sleep with. I know this. Great. I sleep with myself most of the week, so that's fine. I can annoy myself, but like,
I'm sure your dogs are very annoyed at you. You should be ashamed.
no, these motherfuckers have a whole schedule. They,
Sure.
if I'm not up
They
by
have a routine.
if I'm not up by 7, they are like barking and howling and being obnoxious. Like they know when they're supposed to go outside. They're like, "Mom's not up by 7. Let's be the
Right.
worst fucking dogs on the planet." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's fine. That's my fault." But like, no, I'm a snooze hitter. But
Okay.
my day's better if I get up early. I just haven't like clocked that into my brain. I'm like,
Okay.
get up at fucking 6 and have a good day. I just never let myself do that.
Well, awake you and sleeping you are two different people. And so even though I know like awake me, I'm like, you'll be fine if you wake up at 5:30 and go to the gym and you end up feeling better. That alarm goes off and I'm like, fuck no, I'm getting up at 6:45 without gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same thing though, like awake you and sleep you is also the same as grocery shopping you and sitting on your couch.
Oh my
Like,
God.
when you're
Yeah.
grocery shopping, you're like, I'm going to eat healthy this week.
Yes.
and I'm not.
I
gonna buy
need
any
carrots.
snacks." And then you get home and sit on your couch and it's like, where the fuck
Where's the
are
ice
we-
cream?
That's a thing because like grocery shopping me, like I like crunchy snacks. So when I'm grocery shopping, I'm like, a carrot will do. Get me a bag of baby carrots. When I'm
Yep.
on the couch, I'm like, where are my fucking chips? God, I hate her.
The amount of like bags of baby carrots and celery that have then died a slow, painful death in my fridge because I then never eat them.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was a waste of $3. I could have bought a $5 bag of chips and been happy. I didn't.
Yeah.
I did find with fruit, if I get grapes and I wash them, pull all of them off of the stem and put them in a bowl in the front and center of the fridge, So you open up and there's just a bowl of grapes ready to go. I will snack on those then.
Yeah.
I will just like reach in, grab a handful.
Yeah.
And it's the only way.
And they won't die a slow death.
Yes.
If I keep them in the bag on the stem, they usually end up turning into wine.
No, I even bought like the more expensive, like, the pre-bagged baby carrots. I'm like, crunchy snack.
Yes.
It's like a barbecue chip. Doesn't hit the same when you're watching TV.
Mm-mm.
No.
Even with ranch.
It doesn't. No, fuck the ranch. No ranch.
McNeil likes the ranch.
McNeil hates the ranch.
Yeah. Yeah. I checked her refrigerator that time when we were there. And there was
you wanted to
ranch in
see my refrigerator? There's no ranch in it.
There's no, she's hidden
You
it.
need help with operating a basic function of it. Do we need to step in and tell you how to?
No, I don't.
Everything in the freezer is just melting.
Right.
I can't figure it out. Okay, let's go to your thermometer.
There's nothing not in the freezer right now. I have
You have just bags of ice and put them in there to keep it cold. It's not doing it on its own. I don't understand.
She's like, she's putting shit in the produce drawers thinking that's the freezer. She's like, no one ever told me.
You know the freezer
was a
doors
freezer.
inside the fridge?
Right. Thought that was a freezer.
You know what? My old fridge had like the pull-out freezer. So like if I did put stuff in my produce drawer now, that would make sense. I don't.
Oh,
I know.
same movement then.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Katie. Katie, what do you got there?
I do not want to piss off the ghosts of a temperance movement woman, so I am drinking brandy because that was one of the approved options for medicinal purposes.
She was
back in
okay
the
with the
days.
brandy, huh?
So I'm going to go with it counts as a loophole.
Okay. Solid. Can be beat, I feel, but that's pretty good. I'll go next. I've got Peerless, their bourbon. We got their bourbon. So let's see what we got here. Not much there. Katie has the lead, but McNew's next.
I have a Larceny Barrel Proof. It's the
Barrel proof?
So I was like,
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Oh.
Katie has the lead. But next up is Justine.
I have MB Roland. This is the Jackie Zycan pick.
Okay.
It's getting kind of low.
It's getting low.
I might cry when this is finished.
Bassy, but not enough there. Not enough. Katie wins. So cheers to Katie.
here's
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the fall of Garrard County Distilling. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowland, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the fall of Garrard County.
Yes, we are. So this, again, was a Paste Magazine article by Jim Vorel, and it kind of documented that. So we'll talk about that. I got just before we get into that, Katie, I want to talk to you about this because you're involved in things. $250 million distillery. So we're talking the land, getting the house that they got there, which I'm sure we'll be talking about, and the distillery and all that kind of stuff. $250 million bucks, and then basically it gets shut down, and everyone walks away from a $2.2 million lawsuit from a contractor that is owed money, and a tax bill of $250,000. It seems like if you've got that much money invested in it, that's not enough to throw things off, I wouldn't think. But it sounds like they more imploded really than anything, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so, because if they were actually operating and getting towards being successful in business, they could have dealt with this suit and survived it and paid it off. And especially civil lawsuits, especially, do not move fast. Right. So they even could have pushed this off for several years in order to say, like, hey, we understand, but we need to get operational. We'll be able to get something worked out here. They completely imploded by the fact that these lawsuits, that's not what caused them to fail. That's just a symbol of their failing.
Yeah, yeah. It sounded like a toxic environment and a whole thing. Because this article was pretty in-depth. It talked about...
It was a great article.
Yeah, it was a great article. So it talked about, male-dominated. Lisa Wicker worked there. There was only 3 female employees in the whole place. One was a secretary. Lisa was there at that time. Again, just for a short time, like 11 days. And then there was one other female there, and I forgot what she did.
HR. So the other typical female
correct.
role.
Yeah, yeah. And everyone else that worked there was male, so no other females. And they're, again, initially I thought they were coming out as not even being a consumer facing, but then they got this a thing where the Carrie Nation, they bought her house and moved it to the distillery. Yeah.
They moved the ghost to the distillery, like
a historical, national historical landmark too. I didn't even think you could move those things.
I did not. So, I had first looked into this when I saw the lawsuit side of it, and then with Lisa, and then I didn't even realize everything of the bad juju that they were adding with Carrie Nation until much later.
Right.
And it's fascinating as well. So I listened to a podcast recently. It's a 3-hour podcast, and it was all about Carrie Nation, and it was really interesting. And then when I read this article, which he did a fantastic job covering some of her history.
Yeah.
But the amount of work that Carrie Nation did in the temperance movement and being an abolitionist, and that they tried to poke fun at this, like, you were asking to fail from day one. Especially, it fits in so perfectly that they have also failed so miserably for exactly with what Carrie Nation represented.
Right,
like, she did not go quietly in the night. She did not, argue her points in a quiet way. When she tried to go to the legislature and tried to go to the lawmakers and get things changed, and they told her no, she went into bars with bricks and started going Hulk on everything just to smash it all down. So it is so poetic in their failure.
They cursed themselves with that. They
absolutely
brought that on themselves.
They said they moved the house and kicked them in the ass.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They absolutely cursed themselves moving her house.
Did you look at the house? I thought, okay, it's like a single room log cabin. No, it's like a 10 bedroom mansion. The thing was huge. They moved this whole fucking house.
It. So I think they only brought the brick portion, and they left the wooden additions on the property. So they brought half the house. So like they
Carrie
brought
was
the
pissed.
original part, not the additions.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the bronze statue they have of Carrie Nation wasn't even the full like representation pose that she would do for all the pictures. So she had her hatchet in one hand that she would use for taking down the illegal bars.
Yep.
And then she would have her Bible in the other hand. And she always had the Bible in the other hand in every picture she did. And in this statue that they chose, they only had the hatchet. I'm like, you keep taunting her over and over and over again to make sure from the spiritual world that she makes sure you fail.
Right.
Why would they think that was a good idea in the first place? Like, it was dumb from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. They showed in the article a photo from I guess they had sweatshirts. Justine, you should have got there and got one of their sweatshirts. They did have a cool Carrie Nation sweatshirt with the hatchet on there and everything. Yeah.
Hold on, photos of her. She looks like an angry woman. She's not going to be a kind ghost. Like, she's going to fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Why are you going to bring that one to yourself?
Yeah.
She kind of looks like the little old lady from Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of giving like a little bit of like Lizzie Borden vibes also.
Yeah.
She was in her 50s when she started really becoming famous, which is very old for the early 1900s. And she wasn't only against alcohol. She was against smoking. She was against women's fashion. So like she would not wear corsets. She purposely was not fitting in with what women were supposed to be looking like, prim and proper in the times, which then they used to try to fight against her. They, in the like propaganda against her, they would talk about how like she's so ugly you shouldn't listen to her, like she doesn't wear a corset, boo.
Oh, yeah. She was apparently quite the marketer too, because she'd come into town and try to rally people, and she would sell these hatchet pins. That sounds pretty awesome. I want to get one of those.
She legally changed the spelling of her name to be Carry. So it was a play on words for Carrie at Nation.
Carrie.
And then she trademarked her own name. So she was really good at the marketing side of this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think she wasn't against the people drinking. She was against the institutions. And so especially like this distillery chose to specifically be what she fought. Because in Kansas at the time, alcohol was illegal. And so all of these bars were not supposed to exist in the first place, but the lawmakers were turning a blind eye to it.
Right.
And so it was the people profiting off the sale of alcohol that she really had the problem with. She wasn't like a clutch your pearls, oh no, you're drinking kind of lady. She was pissed off at these people making money on it, in part because she had such a horrible life with both of her husbands suffering from alcoholism. And then in her entire story, it was such a sad story. And especially back in that time, you had to have a husband if you were going to survive it all as a woman, because you're not allowed to own property, own your own business, your own bank accounts, etc. And so the way I'm like, you guys zoned in specifically on what she fought against and decided this is what we should use her name in.
This is us. Yeah, this is how we're using this.
That's like building your shit on an Indian burial ground and expecting good luck. Like,
exactly.
Well, there you go.
Exactly.
Did you do this?
Back to Poltergeist. Yeah, there you go.
It's absolutely Poltergeist. You know what? And like, I don't like get her whole mission, but like, good for her. She was passionate about what she was doing.
She was passionate.
Even still in
give her
the
that.
life, apparently, good for her.
But smart is very smart. Obviously, attacking the bars, they don't really have a whole lot of legal recourse because they're illegal bars, you know, so you make a big splash. She wouldn't go, it'd be very different if you go into a legal establishment and take a hatchet and start busting stuff up. You're going to face charges. I mean, you can't just do that. So she was very strategic how she did all this stuff. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so.
She had some really good one-liners too. Like I think the first one she walked into, she was quoted as, she just shouted out, "Men, I have come to save you from a drunkard's fate," and then just started Hulk smashing everything. And then there was another one that, at one point that person tried to set her up for a publicity stunt, and they were like, "Oh, look at this beautiful new mirror I bought and put in my bar. It would be a shame if it got smashed," because they're trying to like use her popularity then to bring people to their bar. Like, Carrie Nation came in here and smashed my mirrors.
Right.
So she got up like she was about to smash it and then stopped and just stood on the bar and started talking to all the reporters there about like what she was there and like what she was wanting for being an abolitionist. And then proceeded she took the hatchet and just smashed all the bottles and walked out.
Huh.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
She was, yeah. So
Love that for her.
Yeah. So Garrard County, who knows what's going to happen to this place. This is an interesting thing because obviously going through this, the guy who started the company is no longer even involved. He had walked away before this all crashed and burned. So I assume this is all going to be sold off. Who's going to buy this? And now
ground now at this point,
right.
Like Carrie Nation's coming for you, whoever you are.
They have some like super like exorcism smudging, like
you're going to take the house and go put it back where it was. And then you're going to have to clear all the energy.
Yeah, no.
Get rid of the statue.
All of the sage on the planet to cleanse that property.
You're going to have to hire an Etsy witch, I think, and get it.
Etsy witch, yeah.
Etsy witch is how we go.
Yeah, so very, very interesting. So that story just keeps getting crazier and crazier. So yeah, now with the benefit of seeing exactly what was going on with that, and talked to Lisa, and Lisa's talking about what a bad situation. And again, Lisa Wicker, one of our great distillers, she's there 11 days. 11 days she spent.
And like the incredible talent and like historical knowledge that she brought to it, and for them to not appreciate it,
right?
But it's insulting.
That says a lot too, because like I feel like she likes to experiment. She's like, yeah, let's do something weird. Let's figure some shit out. For her to not stick something out says a lot.
Yeah, I agree. So there you go. There's a little bit about Garrard County and what's happening with them. So we got to still wait and see what happens as this goes through the courts. And it'll be interesting to see if somebody buys it. And do they totally get rid of the Carrie Nation thing? Do they keep on with it? Is this just revived again? I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. On that note, we'll wrap it up by talking about where people can find us. Katie, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
McNew.
You can find me not cursing myself at McNew, ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. Company website's abvnetwork.com. That's where we put all of our content. And also, come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop. We're always getting new whiskey in. Great opportunity to try some of that and see what we have going on. And we have our classes and events, and you can sign up for email distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fardance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.